Welcome to Providing Meaningful Access, Civil Rights Training for FoodBank and Partner Programs. If you take a look at the mission statements of food banks around the country, you'll see two common themes: fighting hunger and improving the lives of people in the communities we serve. There are many obstacles to achieving those goals, but one we can control is letting clients know they will be treated equally and fairly. This assurance is part of federal civil rights and anti-discrimination legislation that all food banks and partner programs must comply with. This presentation will discuss how we can maximize access to food bank programs and services by avoiding discrimination and practicing good customer service. Residents that meet the state and federal guidelines for program eligibility must be permitted and should be encouraged to take advantage of meal programs. Discrimination is legally defined as different treatment which makes a distinction of one person or group of persons from others, either intentionally, by neglect, or by the action or lack of action. Discrimination is prohibited based on the following characteristics: race, color, national origin, age, gender, and disability. Compliance with civil rights and anti-discrimination legislation requires you to ask yourself, am I treating this person in the same manner as I treat others? Food banks and other feeding programs can promote a welcoming atmosphere to maximize the number of people taking advantage of their program. Here are some suggestions. First, do people know your program exists? Spread the word. Publicize your program so that it encourages all applicants. Make use of community leaders and grassroots organizations to encourage underserved people to apply. Now, take a look at your printed and digital materials. Do the images you use promote inclusion of people from all backgrounds? Check your message. Make sure it uses pictures and graphics that reflect your entire community, and verify you included the required non-discrimination statement. Lastly, do people understand how to take advantage of your program? Be consistent. Explain the rules as well as participants' rights and responsibilities to everyone. Providing meaningful access for all requires making adjustments to the way you operate. In particular, that includes making accommodations for those with limited English proficiency or disabilities. Food banks and other meal programs have an obligation to serve clients that do not speak English as their primary language and who have a limited ability to read, speak, write, or understand English. If a person speaking another language visits your program, how can you help? Offer interpretation services, which can include bilingual staff, telephone interpreter lines, or other digital tools such as Google Translate. Provide pictures or other visual labels that are universally understood. Children should not be used as interpreters for their parents. Some members of your community may have disabilities, visible or invisible. Take a moment to think about how you would make adjustments to your programs to serve individuals with the following disabilities. Reader services and Braille or large print paperwork should be offered to clients who are visually impaired. Captioning or sign language interpreters should be available for individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing. Attempt to locate your services near ramps and elevators for persons in wheelchairs or with mobility issues. Bring your services to the individual if necessary. Permit service animals in any area that is publicly accessible. For those that cannot make it to your location, allow the use of telephone interviews, home visits, designated proxies, and other alternative methods. Beyond treating all clients equally and fairly, staff and volunteers should practice good customer service by doing the following. Listen. Clients have varied needs and experiences. Treat people as individuals. Practice empathy. Put yourself in the client's place. They may be ashamed, depressed, overwhelmed, or anxious. Don't take it personally. Be kind. And be aware. Notice when people are dissatisfied and seek to solve the problem if possible. Clients may be difficult if their expectations are not met, or they don't understand the person helping them, or the limitation of services. Try to resolve situations before they escalate. What would you do if a client starts shouting and arguing with a volunteer? Here are some steps you can take. Remain calm. State that you want to help and ask how you can be of assistance. Listen. Understand the client's point of view. Repeat the issue back to the client to make sure you understand their expectations. Take responsibility. Apologize for the situation if appropriate, and try to find a solution or compromise. Lastly, follow up. Verify that the customer has been satisfied. If the issue cannot be resolved, advise the applicant or participant of their right to file a complaint and the procedures for handling complaints. All program staff must continue to treat a client respectfully and provide services even if a complaint has been filed. Food banks, pantries, soup kitchens, and meal programs provide essential services to our communities. To ensure that we serve the greatest number of people, we need to do the following. Be welcoming and inclusive. Make sure all residents understand that they can apply for and take advantage of services. Treat clients equally and fairly. Be consistent with your message, but make accommodations to provide meaningful access to all clients. Practice good customer service. Deal with applicants and participants as individuals. Be respectful and practice kindness, and resolve problems quickly where possible. Following these guidelines will enable food banks and our partner programs to fight hunger and improve lives in the communities we serve. Thank you for attending this session.